Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Igor and I'm the clinical oncologist practicing since 2010. This is the second video from the series about gluten and gluten hypersensitivity, about celiac disease. In previous video I told you about the symptoms, about the signs and diagnosis of celiac disease, of gluten hypersensitivity, what is gluten. And in this video we will talk about the global hype around the gluten-free diet. Is it worth to follow this diet for everyone, as gluten is so bad? It causes inflammation, it causes gut wall atrophy, leak, and all these problems that I described in previous video. Or does it have any problems? Is it so healthy? Or it shouldn't be followed by healthy individuals or those who don't have celiac disease? Let's figure out. Again, gluten-free diet. I told you about the main sources of gluten. It's wheat, rye, barley, contaminated oats, sauces, some drugs, dietary supplements, processed meat, and maybe some yogurts that have their additional substances that can have the gluten. So gluten-free diet means not eating these products. Gluten-free food. It's naturally free from gluten. It's vegetables, fruits, legumes, fish, eggs, unprocessed meat, because in processed meat there can be some gluten, because they add lots of things there. Milk and dairy products, and also there is gluten-free bread, for example. There are gluten-free products then you can find in some groceries. So you're okay to eat these things. Why gut health is so important? Healthy diet leads to healthy microbiome, so bacteria in your gut. If the bacteria in your gut are healthy, there is no inflammation, no leakage, good absorption, good digestion. The vitamins are absorbed, the nutrients are absorbed, the microelements are absorbed well. There are no associated symptoms and diseases like allergies, like autoimmune diseases, dermatitis, vitamin deficiencies, cancer, and metabolic syndrome, and some others problems. So healthy gut is the key to good health overall. When to apply gluten-free diet? It's the only known treatment for celiac disease. Celiac disease is very serious condition. It's autoimmune condition, and it causes really bad damage to the gut, and as the consequence, the damage to many organs. Also, it can be implicated in gluten-dependent conditions. The problem is the wheat, for example. It is a good source of fiber, of vitamins of group B, B1, B2, 3, 6, 9, of iron, of zinc, of selenium, etc. So when the person follows the gluten-free diet, the person will have some problems. For example, because this diet has lots of calories, but it's not very rich in nutrients. So it can be the deficit of magnesium, potassium, sodium, calcium, iron, low folate, vitamin E, vitamins B, and it can cause some microbiome changes. For example, there is an article, they took 10 healthy subjects, and subjects were following gluten-free diet for 1 month, and they got some imbalance in their microbiome because of low prebiotic intake, low fiber intake that fed these bacteria. Also, decrease of short-chain fatty acids that are needed as a source of energy, and the microbiome make them to control their work of many organs. And finally, it leads to some immunity disbalance. Of course, it's a very small article, and maybe we shouldn't take it for these results as the law, but still there is some information. One more article on the effect of gluten-free diet on the microbiota, because wheat and barley are the major sources of prebiotics that feed some bacteria. They saw their disbalance in microbiome, the lack of some healthy bacteria and increase in pro-inflammatory state. So the authors concluded that it may theoretically lead to risk of cardiovascular diseases. But this is theoretically. We need more investigations. Also, people on gluten-free diet, they eat usually a lot of fish, a lot of rice, and these products are very rich in different contaminating metals like mercury, lead, cadmium. And they saw these metals in higher amounts in the blood and in the urine of such people. This is the summary of what is in deficit and what is abundant and what are the problems of gluten-free diet. You see lots of nutrient and vitamin deficiencies and zinc, magnesium, selenium, fibers, and you see the toxicity problems with heavy metals, and the microbial transglutaminase is something that is used in gluten-free products. The special products you can buy in the shop that are gluten-free to replace the gluten. But the problem is this thing may resemble the gluten and may cause inflammation and may cause the same changes in the gut like the gluten causes. So perhaps if you are following the gluten-free diet, maybe it's better to eat just usual food, not special gluten-free products. And these are some issues, many of them are theoretical, that can be seen. Their risk can be increased if you're following the gluten-free diet. It's metabolic syndrome, it's hepatic steatosis when the fat is accumulated in liver, it's increased atherosclerosis of the vessels, depression, diabetes of the second type, the osteopenia, osteoporosis, microbiome changes, and obesity. Dear friends, what is the conclusion? If you don't have celiac disease or if you don't have the bad gluten-associated conditions, you shouldn't follow the gluten-free diet. That's all for today. I hope it was interesting for you. I wish you strong health. Bye-bye.